of these commissions, right? And one of the things that you've asked is that those who were appointed to these boards, be let go and fresh hands be brought on board. You've constantly pushed for that. A letter made the rounds, I think, dated yesterday, where His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom State has approved the dissolution of all non-statutory boards, agencies, and commissions in the state. And so everyone who's affected by this should hand over to the most senior civil servant in the respective boards, agencies, and commissions, signed by the Secretary to the state government, Prince Enobawa. How does that make you feel?
Well, I think I'm happy that we are having a listening governor. My organization has been advocating that we need fresh hands to man these agencies, boards, and parastatals. Just yesterday, we did a press statement that there is need for the governor, Pastor Umo Eno, to dissolve all these boards and appoint fresh hands to also man these agencies so as to put in new energy and new zeal. And just this morning, I got a press release forwarded to me that it has been, complied, that the governor has listened graciously and has asked that all the non-statutory boards be dissolved, stand dissolved. And so we hope that the governor is going to follow suit by appointing all those, appointing new hands to man these agencies and boards. You see, when you bring in this person, I'm not particular about those who are politicians. I was discussing this morning with someone who called me to say, we fought for the government to be, the governor to be elected. It is our government. I said, everybody in Akwa Ibom State right now is entitled to this government. It is not that a few persons have the sense of entitlement. There are those who have been in government since the days of Dr. Clement Isom in the old Cross River State, and they've been recycled. Those who have been in government in the time of late Obongo Akpan 92, they have been still there, and they are still there in government. What happened to bringing fresh hands? They say because they have experience, they have knowledge.
If these people are delivering, what you want is results.
Who told you that when you bring in fresh people there, that they won't deliver? You have fresh energy, you have the zeal, you have the new strategies, you have a new way of doing things. I think that there is need for fresh hands to be appointed. There's no need to recycle people who have been there, and you shut out other people of the state. We have over 5 million people in Akwa Ibom State. Who told you that only those ones that are always in government are the ones who can actually deliver? You can also appoint new persons to also contribute their own quota. This is our own state. We have to also take ownership of the government. It's not only those who are in government that feel that it is their reserve to be in government. I'm not saying appoint Franklin, but appoint someone who has not been there before. Let him also go and learn the ropes. Those whom you will feel have performed, they were not born into that office. They didn't plan born to there. They should give space, let others also come in and also learn and also be able to perform. That's what we are saying. So we commend the governor for responding swiftly by dissolving these boards, and we hope that he's going to appoint fresh people with competency now, not mediocres. Not those who are psychophants.
How about people who say, "Look, we fought in the trenches. We went to the trenches with the governor. Therefore, it is my right to be in government, to be appointed."
You've also had the governor. You've also had the governor say that when he's making appointments, he's going to consider those who went to the trenches.
No,
should competence take center stage?
The question is that is he the governor of Akwa Ibom State or the governor of those who voted for him? That's what I will push.
Went to the trenches.
That's what I will push to those who are arguing that argument. We all voted. This is our own state. Everybody is a stakeholder. Nobody should claim ownership more than the others. So those who were opportune to get close to the governor, you understand, by during that campaign period, have done their own role. Of course, there are other things to be given. It must not be that you must be appointed a PA or SA or be in the government or as a member of a cabinet before you can now say it is your government. You can also be outside and be getting much more than those who are there. The truth is that we need to let go those recycle hands and have a bit of fresh air. The governor is doing well. He came back from airport the other day, from Abuja the other day, stopped by the airport, interacted with those who are selling on the airport road. He came back, he was inspecting project in government house and met with those police children and he spoke with them. And he's doing, he went to market yesterday and meet with market women and order that roads be constructed within the market of Aqualandem. He is doing well. He has started well. He has begun to, mend fences and bridge gaps where there exists any. And going forward, you need to also expand the scope of your government. Bring in people who have not been there before. Go across party lines.
Does it have to be people who have not been there before or people who have the competence?
Competency, that's what I'm saying now. Yeah, competency is the watchword.
Okay.
It must not be those who are there. Like I mentioned the issue of Obasanjo appointing Bola Ige. Bola Ige was in AD. But he was appointed into the PDP government as the chief law officer of the country. That's the point. I don't tell somebody who is appointed today as the media aide to a governor of a conservative state. Is he from there? No. But the competency speaks for him. When President Bola Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State, everybody were appointed, those from the east, those from the north, anywhere you are, he appoints you into government because you have competency, not because you are working for him, because you work for him to succeed. And that is why today he is like a pillar of most of the politicians you see today in this country. So the governor of government should look beyond his party lines, beyond religious line, and beyond tribal line, and appoint people based on competency. Don't appoint mediocres, those who don't have anything to offer, but because they play a role to bring you on board, you now appoint them by way of compensation. No. We have gone past the era of trying to appoint people based on compensation. That era has passed.
Right.
Now we want to ensure that we get the government running on a strong footing.
Okay. Well, we've got to run, but not without taking some of the comments we've got here on Facebook. Rex Emerald Madagascar. That's your name. Okay. He said, my regards to you all. Your guest has spoken eloquently. Kudos to him. I want to propound that salary increase is out of the point for now. That would rather deepen the crisis. You say there is no sincere and genuine sacrifice at all. That's what you're saying. Esedumbom Michael says, our suffering doesn't bother the government. We're surviving using discernment. Only if they have the willpower, they will truly work and not cower. All right, brief comedian. Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts. Appreciate it.
And we have messages here as well. Scott is saying that there's been a denial of the alleged salary increase. Of course, we've talked about that here as well. Now, you're in the WhatsApp.
There's a denial that it has happened. There's no denial that a letter was transmitted to Mr. President. Yeah.
Nonyeri Young says, good morning, Bamdele. Good morning, Iris. Good morning, Praise. And good morning, Dr. Franklin. A song.
I'm not a doctor.
I didn't know you already.
Simply put, Franklin is song.
Oh my goodness. And he goes on to say, federal government increasing political office holders, judiciary, and others' money to 114% is of no use to others who are not in the listed increment beneficiaries above. And the federal government really wants to help the masses. They will have to think of other revamping of either, I beg your pardon, revamping the old refinery in the country so that the unemployed Nigerians will work and the price of fuel will come down, as well as not increasing big men, he says, and political guru salaries. No, you're already on WhatsApp. That's about what we have on WhatsApp at the moment.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got to go. I've got to thank Twekon Franklin Song for your time this morning. And in case you're wondering, Twekon Franklin Song is the state director. For Center for Human Rights and Accountability Network. It's always a pleasure to do this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Praise and Iris. Good to be here.
All right. Well, we'll do this again on